I can't wait to get to the comment section of this video because I think it's going to be crazy. Yes, today, kids, we're finally going to open up we're going to open up Pandora's box. Guys, this is all about the traditional Thai transactional relationship and how it differs from what's going on in the rest of the world. Yeah, I can't wait for this. I'm telling you, I can't wait to see the comments. This is going to be a lot of fun. Why, hello there, guys, and welcome back to not only surviving but thriving while navigating the treacherous Thai dating scene with me, your crazy kooky host. Yes, this is Dr. Mark Sabian coming at you live from positively perfect Phuket, Thailand. Guys, today's video is all about the traditional Thai transactional relationship and how it differs from, well, relationships any place else in the world. Listen, all of the time I'm seeing in the comment section about how every single relationship is transactional and this is just the way it is. I'm just going to tell you point blank, guys, it's not even close. The traditional Thai transactional relationship is nothing like even a gold digger in North America. Listen, you need to understand, it is a completely different animal. And in this video, hopefully I'm going to explain that and dispel some myths and just show you that there's no comparison between what's going on in the United States, Canada, North America, the rest of the world for that matter, compared to what's happening here with these traditional Thai transactional relationships. Remember, guys, I'm talking about transactional relationships. And what are those? Jump in, kids, grab a beer or sit back and let me explain this one because it's nothing like you think it is, and it's nothing like it is back home, okay? So let me start it by saying this. Listen, I've dated my fair share of gold diggers, okay? I've been with girls who had absolutely zero interest in me beyond, me taking them out, nice restaurants, clubs, buying them clothes, buying them gifts. I've been there. I know exactly what it's like, okay? And I can tell you this much, that is nothing compared to what happens in Thailand when you get into a transactional relationship. Furthermore, I do not know anybody, and I was in real estate, so I had a massive sphere of influence, okay? I'm not talking about knowing, 50, 60 couples. I'm talking about knowing hundreds, if not close to 1,000 different couples. Having friends, co-workers, etc., etc. I do not know a single guy in Canada that is in a traditional Thai type transactional relationship with a woman. I know guys who are being taken advantage of. Listen, I definitely know guys who are getting some girls simply because they're making a fair amount of bank, and they're willing to spend that money. You guys may call them simps, other people call them ballers, I know some guys that, yes, they do. They spend a lot of money impressing the girls. They buy nice cars. They do this. They do that. I don't know a single person in a traditional Thai transactional relationship back in North America. Yeah, I know guys, they get plenty of, because they've got some cash and stuff, but there's nothing like this. So I'm going to explain to you exactly what a Thai transactional relationship is, and you can decide whether or not you know a single person in your home country, the city that you live in right now, that is in this type of relationship. And I guarantee you, I don't think there might be one person that watches this video outside of Thailand that knows somebody in a relationship like this, unless it's a guy that's come to Thailand and he's back home desperately spending money to some girl here in Thailand. You don't know anybody that's in a relationship like this. So guys, please stop saying that all relationships are transactional, because they're not. Again, I know tons of guys back home who are in complete 50-50 relationships. My brother is one of the best examples. When he went to college, his wife worked full-time to help support him. Then when he got, a better education, was able to get a better job, it benefited them both. When he had the opportunity to finish his master's degree, she worked her ass off so that he could, and I know tons of people like this. I know people who, they split things 50-50, they're doing this. I don't know anybody that pretends to be an alpha male, and thankfully I don't know any of these that are sitting there going about, oh, a man's got to do this and a man's got to do that, and if a man doesn't make 6 figures and he's not 6 feet tall, and don't know any, sorry. Thankfully I don't. Maybe you do. But I'm going to guess most of it is coming from social media, TikTok, Instagram, all of this shit where, you know, you see stuff that is just not realistic. There's filters, there's this. It's just a world that, quite honestly, nobody lives in unless it's fantasy. It's not reality. So again, guys, here is what a traditional Thai transactional relationship actually is, okay? Understand it so that you're going to stop saying, oh, every relationship is like that, because they're simply not, okay? This is what we mean when we say the traditional Thai transactional relationship. Now, if we're really being honest, a lot of the guys come to Thailand for the dating scene here because it is like nothing they have ever experienced in their lifetime. Let's just forget about how beautiful the girls are, and trust me, these are some of the most beautiful women in the world. Let's forget about that. Let's just go with this, okay? Because a lot of people don't understand how simple and easy it is to meet girls here, okay? It is like shooting fish in a barrel. Look, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be 6 feet tall. You don't have to have blue eyes. You don't have to be perfect. All you need is a pulse, and you can meet girls here, okay? You don't even have to have any money to meet girls, to be honest with you. They're just going to assume that you do. You could be a broke-ass baller and still meet girls here, okay? You can have some fun at first, but I promise you it's going to come out in the end, and she's not going to be with you after 3 dates. If you've never heard of the 3-date rule, I will do a video about that here soon. But, guys, nobody fully understands how simple and easy it is to meet girls here. So put yourself into this scenario. You want fantasy, you want to dream about stuff, you want to put yourself into this scenario. You're walking down the street and you see the most beautiful girl you've ever seen. She could be half your age. She's smoking hot, and she looks at you and smiles, and you stop and you talk to her. You don't do this in your home country because typically you're completely scared of rejection, but here you know you're not going to be rejected at all, okay? And if she's not interested, she's at least going to be nice enough and kind enough to let you down without making you feel like you're garbage, all right? You ask her out for dinner, and guess what? She says, okay, sure, that would be nice. Up to you where we go. So you take her someplace, you plan everything, you do everything, and you have a wonderful time, and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, you can't stop looking at her, for one thing, okay? Because again, shockingly beautiful. She's most likely dressed to just blow your mind, and all you can think is, wow, like this. Yeah. Here's where it gets completely different, and again, nobody understands this, so when they're going on about how, oh, everything's transactional, no. You can actually sit there and then say to her, listen, I would like you to be my girlfriend, or I would like you to be my companion, or how about you spend time with me? And she's just going to say, yes, 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 that's good, I love it, great idea, let's do it. And then you are going to start working out a contract, the transaction, where essentially, no, this is going to sound horrifically bad, and again, wait till you see the comments, you're essentially going to buy her. That's what you're going to do. You're going to buy her for as long as you can afford her, or until she decides to move on to someone else, or you decide to move on to someone else. You will sit there and you will work out an arrangement as to how much money you're going to have to pay her, a base salary for her to be with you. Now, if she's a girl who works in a bar, if she's a girl that works in a massage shop or a go-go or anything like this, they are going to want more money than someone who doesn't work in one of those establishments, which I will get to in another video. But for this video, if they're in the industry where they are actually actively pursuing transactional relationships, it's going to cost you a little bit more money to secure one as your girlfriend, we'll call her. You're then going to come to an agreement that she is going to stop working in the bar, or if you're not paying her enough, she's going to work in the bar, and at the end of the night, she's going to come home with you. But understand, throughout the evening, she's going to be entertaining men, which a lot of guys can't handle, okay? I've done tons of videos about this. I'll do more in the future, but most guys at this point want her exclusively. So they're going to pay for that privilege, okay? You are then going to, hear me out, you're going to essentially come to a sexual agreement with her. Is it slavery? I don't know. Some people call it beneficial relationships, mutual benefit. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to put labels on it. I'm just telling you what it is, a transactional relationship. You're going to sit there and you're going to say, okay, well, you know, I expect this. Are you good at that? Will you do this? Can we do that? Am I allowed to have other girls where you're not allowed to have any other guys, but can I have other girls? Can I bring other girls home with us, et cetera, et cetera? You are going to come up with a sexual contract between the two of you. Now, do you guys finally understand the difference between a traditional Thai transactional relationship and what's going on in North America and all of this stuff where, you know, yes, there's tons of these idiot girls on TikTok and Instagram going on about how, oh, he's got to be 6 foot tall and make $10 billion and, you know, got to pay for this, got to pay for that. If he's not doing this, I'm not. No. Understand. You are sitting there and you are drawing up a contract which she has to adhere to. Otherwise, she does not get paid. Okay? Now do you finally get what a transactional Thai relationship is? The traditional transactional Thai relationship. You are essentially writing up a sexual services contract. That's what you're doing. Let's be straight up honest, guys. There's no emotions, there's no love, there's no feelings, there's nothing like that. At some point, you are going to catch feelings. You're going to develop, you know, this attachment, love, obsession, whatever it is for her. I see it happen every time. She's going to feel nothing. Understand that. She is going to feel nothing other than what she allows and she pretends. Get it out of your head. They do not love you. I have so many guys that send me messages, you know, oh, I'm so in love with her, you know, blah, blah, and oh, my heart's broken. Why? I somewhat doubt that back in North America, Europe, any place else, that you would fall in love with a freelancer, a hooker, a sex worker, whatever, and give them, guys come here to Thailand and they do it all the time because they convince themselves that, oh, well, she's my girlfriend because we do this and we do that together. She's only doing this and that with you because you are paying her on a monthly basis, a base salary, and then there's all kinds of money on top of that, guys. But understand this. You are going to catch feelings for her. You're going to fall in love with her because, again, us as men, especially North American men, we just have such a hard time separating sex and love. It's absolutely foolish. We tie the two together. Anyways, she doesn't. To her, it's just business. It's money. That's all you are. Try to convince yourself otherwise, guys, and that's how you're going to lose every penny you have. Understand, if you are in one of these transactional relationships, that's all it is. It's never going to be anything more than that. You're never going to have her fall in love with you. She's not going to get feelings for you, ever. You are just a means to money for her. That's it. That, my friends, is the traditional Thai transactional relationship. Like it or not, that's what it is. I know a lot of people in the comment section are going to tell me I'm full of. I'm not full of. I'm telling you the honest truth here, guys. That's what the transactional Thai relationship is. Now you tell me, do you know a single person in your home country, your home city, anybody that's in such a relationship? I know that there's going to be some idiot in the comment section that's going to go on about sugar daddies and stuff like this, but yes, I fully understand that there is that weird pocket of people, but we are talking about the minuscule 0.00001% of people out there who are financially able to do that. And do you honestly know any sugar daddies? Any? Do you know any? Have you ever met one in your entire life? Yes, you've heard about them, you've seen them. There's all of these idiotic websites out there. Do you honestly know one in your life? I know I don't, and I know people with tens of millions of dollars, okay? And I've never met one in my entire life. Here in Thailand, you can be a sugar daddy and not even have sugar. You could have Splenda. You could have artificial sweetener. You can be a sugar daddy because it's not as expensive as a lot of people think it is. Where it gets horrifically expensive is once you start catching the feelings. And this goes back to the whole thing about how guys are going to catch feelings because they just can't seem to separate sex and love, okay? And she knows that. And she's going to prey on it. And that's when she gets her claws in and she's just going to start draining everything that she can from you, because that's when she's going to start feeding on you, your ego, your need to be loved, your need to feel, accepted. And she's going to tell you she loves you. She's going to do all of this shit. And I'm going to tell you something, boys. It gets nasty as in a hurry. They're going to start draining money as fast as they can. And they know that once they destroy you, they've already got 10 or 20 other guys lined up from past experiences, past bars that they worked at. She's probably even texting guys while you're sitting there talking to her at nighttime, okay? Do you know anybody in your hometown, your home country, in a relationship like this? Please, let's be honest about it, okay? Yes, there's simps. Yes, there's guys, that have gold digging girlfriends. They're only with them because they have money. But it's nothing like this. It is nothing like this, and we have to be honest about it. No, guys, come on. Yeah. Have you ever heard of any guy being able to dictate the sexual terms of his relationship with a girl? Usually guys are like, oh, I ain't getting any, oh, she withholds sex from me, one of the girl's biggest things is she just shuts down sex. Not in Thailand. Oh no, you get whatever you want every time you want it, as much as you want it, with whoever you want it, if you're paying her enough money. That's going on in your hometown? Really, honestly? So there we go. Again, I challenge you. Do you know any single person in your hometown, city, province, state, country, continent that is in one of these relationships where, again, you get to dictate every single thing you want just because you are paying her? Okay? Again, I've never seen one of these relationships in person outside of Thailand. I don't know a single person again, my whole sphere of influence that is in one of these crazy gold digging, non-50-50, well, maybe 60-40 at times, but everybody I know is working together. That or they get divorced and they go running off with somebody younger, etc., etc. I don't know anybody that's in one of these relationships. And I think if you're being honest with yourself, after having it explained to you, you don't know anybody else. I will say this much, okay? I get messages from guys all of the time who have come here and lost so much money. They've been scammed. They've fallen in love with these girls. And everything I tell you in these videos, guys, is completely true. I'm not making it up. I'm not exaggerating. This is all real life happening every day. And I get messages every single day, okay? And one of the craziest messages that I get on a daily basis are these guys that are like, man, I just wish I could come and I could meet someone, but they're going to Phuket, they're going to Pattaya, they're going to all of these crazy sex tourist areas because, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's so simple and easy. You don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to be good looking. This is not like in North America where girls want a certain thing and they expect a certain thing. Here, they just want money. You would not believe some of the beastly looking, and I'm not judging, I shouldn't, I'm going to say it. You would not believe some of the disgusting pigs I've seen with the most beautiful girls in the world. And that poor girl is sitting there and you can just see you can see it in her face that she like to just pop herself off at this point. But That's probably not a great. Anyways, yeah, it is completely different. And these poor guys that come here, I had this really nice guy that him and I were becoming friends, and then some shit happened with this idiot, and sadly enough, anyways, this guy was really hurt because he was coming here and he was meeting girls on the websites like Thai Friendly, these dating apps and stuff. And he was always so disappointed because after the very first date, they would, start going on about money. And he was like, oh, I just wish someone would love me for who I am. And I'm like, dude, let's be honest, okay? Do you really think anywhere in the world a 20-some-year-old absolute smoking hottie is going to be interested in a out-of-shape, older, 50-some-year-old man who has no direction, no nothing in life, no charisma, no riz, as the kids call it, no drizzle? Like, no. But if you pay them, they will definitely pretend that they are. They'll do anything you want them to do, and even shit that you never even thought you wanted, but someone suggested it, and you said, hey, that could be really fun and freaky. This is the truth about Thailand and these traditional Thai transactional relationships. Are there real relationships here? Yes, I can guarantee you 1,000% they are. But again, if you're a 50-some-year-old, 60-some, or even 70-year-old guy who, is fat, bald, ugly, and has the charisma and charm of a wet sock, it's not going to happen for you, mate. There are plenty of women here who would love to find even a foreign man who will treat them like gold. Because a lot of foreign men have been beat down. A lot of them are really nice guys, and given the opportunity to find a woman who they could love and cherish and treat like an angel, they would in a minute. But so many guys come here with broken self-esteem. They don't know how to meet women. They don't know how to talk to women. So they go to these tourist areas and they get into transactional relationships. And it never works out, guys, okay? There's not a single person I know who's been in a transactional relationship that it has ever worked out for. And most guys get absolutely devastated. They get their hearts broken. And I'm dealing with one of my subscribers right now. I talk to him on a daily basis. He had his heart absolutely tore out by someone who he shouldn't even spend a minute thinking about, but he can't stop thinking about her. And it's probably going to destroy his life, which is an absolute shame, because you should never let a transaction destroy your life. It's just a transaction, kids. It's not real. It's not love. It's nothing. It's just your traditional Thai transactional relationship. Till next time, guys, listen, I'm living my best life, and that's all I want for you. And if coming to Thailand and getting into one of these transactional relationships is your best life, so be it. Come and enjoy it. Have fun. Get all of the craziness out of it. But just don't fall in love, and don't let it destroy you. Till next time, guys, cheers.